Welcome to this episode of The Crazy Chef. Well, we've been getting suggestions from folks out there. So let me tell you some of the suggestions. They want a sauce that has no salt. They want a vegetarian sauce would be nice, and we even have vegan requests. And we want to make this sauce quick, simple, inexpensive, and yet tasty. So you know what? I'm going to kill 6-7 birds with one stone. Now don't take that literally. I don't want you out there killing birds. That's just a saying. And I thought, well, let's come up with a tomato sauce. I think that'll fulfill all the requests. So I went shopping. Haven't done this in a long time. I went to 4 of your favorite stores looking for some tomato. Well, you know, I've been in the culinary business and restaurants for a long time, and I really didn't know this. So if there's somebody out there that's a chemist or knows the answer to this, please get a hold of us and tell us. Because I could not find a tomato that had no salt. Period. I even went and got an organic can. And Lord behold, that had the most salt. And the ones that have the spices already added, they go anywhere from your daily requirement from 6, 8, 9. Man, the organic is 11%. So I say, well, what kind of tomatoes we have out there? My question to the chemist of you out there is, do natural fresh tomatoes contain sodium? That's my question. I've been around this business so many years, you know, I never gave it any thought. But if you know the answer, please tell us. We want to know. So, I got the tomato with the least amount. And what caught my eye was that this tomato sauce said, no salt added. I said, okay, that must be a good thing. That's why I have that question. Is there salt in the tomatoes to begin with, and they didn't add any? I don't know. But I got the diced tomatoes. They have the whole tomatoes. If you get the whole tomatoes, you got to chop them. I got the diced tomatoes. 14.5 fluid ounces. Then I got myself some tomato paste. Same thing. This one has 1% of your daily average sodium. And I got this, and this one is 6 ounces. The two together is 20.5, people. Okay, then we're going to use some dry parsley flakes. We are going to use some sweet basil, dry. Pepper to taste, black pepper to taste, and my favorite, granulated garlic. So let's begin this adventure, and we'll get the saucepan. My assistant is going to help us like always. We're going to get the tomatoes, and we're going to open the can. Ah, that sounds like a beer to me if I ever heard it. But let's keep it clean here. And we're going to pour the tomatoes in what I call a sieve or a strainer. And save the juice, people. We want to save that juice. Let's see if there's a lot of juice there. Let's see there. Now, there's not that much juice, which is nice. We're going to put the tomatoes diced. If you get them whole, you just got to chop them into the saucepan. And to that, we're going to add the paste. He does beautiful work. Look at that paste. Boy, I could eat it like that. That's like a gelatin. Fantastic. All right. Now that we got the paste in there, we're going to put our spices. Let's start with a teaspoon of the parsley, dry parsley. Let's drop that in there. And what shall we do next? Shall we do the sweet basil? Let's do the sweet basil next. 1 teaspoon. If you put a little extra, a little less, it doesn't matter. You can adjust when you're cooking it. We'll put some black pepper to taste. And my favorite, granulated garlic. I'd put at least a teaspoon in there. And again, if you like a lot of garlic, put a lot of it in there. If you like less, put less. But I think around a half to a full teaspoon of that is fine. Now, someone in the audience here asked a question, said, why don't we use fresh tomato? Well, again, you know, we're trying to be simple and quick. You come home from work, you're tired, you're in the mood for some pasta, noodles, rice, so you need a quick sauce. Now, I know we can get fresh tomatoes, we can blanch them, we can peel them, we can seed them, we can crush them, we can puree them. Boy, by that time, we're in bed. We're not hungry anymore. So this is a quick sauce. Let's add that juice back to it. We got everything together. We'll mix it up a little bit. Now remember, folks, we're going to put this to simmer for 10 minutes. You better get your stock pot on there with the water. Put the lid on there. No salt in the water because we're trying to stay away from salt. And get whatever it is, your rice, your noodles, your pasta, even your polenta if you want that, or couscous, whatever you want. 10 minutes, this is going to be ready, so you better be ready with your starch. All right, so we put this on the fire for 10 minutes, and hopefully that water is going to boil, and in 10 minutes time, we got pasta, our sauce is ready, and we're going to combine it. So now we got it on the simmer, and we'll be back as soon as that's been simmering, 10 minutes. Okay, so you see that it's beginning to get warm. We want it to simmer. Now it looks a little thick, a little dense to us. If you like it like that, that's fine. But what we're going to do is we're going to rinse the cans that the tomato and the puree came in, or the paste, with water, and we're going to drop that in there. As you see, it's just 6 ounces. We're going to drop that in there because we feel it's a little too thick. But some people like it dense like that. Now we got... That looks a little better. What do you think, assistant? She nods her head. That's a good sign. Now you see we got a consistency going. If, and I say if, big if, you don't want it that dense, then add another 6 ounces of water, or a little bit at a time, to get it to the density that you want. Some people like it less dense, others more dense. This is right in the middle. So to get to that density that you want, again, just add a little more of that water. It won't hurt the spices or anything, and you'll be doing good. There we go. Now don't forget, I hope you got your noodles or pasta or polenta or couscous, whatever you got going on the side. It's got to be in because this is almost done, folks. Now remember, folks, we took it off the fire, but we're still stirring. Very important. Don't put it on the fire and walk away because it'll burn. You need to continuously stir it. It's only 10 minutes from beginning to end. It's not like you're serving a prison term. It'll work out fine. Just keep stirring. Now I'm going to give it a taste. Oh yeah, folks. That is spot on. Spot on. Okay, now you heard me. I tasted it. I thought it was spot on. But if you feel that you need a little more garlic, a little more pepper, a little more basil, a little more parsley, now's the time to do it. Put it in there, stir it in there. It's nice and warm. It'll dissolve and it'll be all incorporated together. Now remember, this sauce It's good on pasta, noodles, rice, couscous, polenta, whatever the case is, even on vegetables. But if you've seen our show, you remember the garlic bread one we did. You can get that garlic bread, look at that episode, and dip it in this, and you got a meal, folks. That's a meal. You could have a whole loaf of French bread with this sauce, and you got a meal. Again, thank you very much. And if the chemist is out there, I want to know about it.